Hi, I'm Izzy Nalley, and today I'm talking about neck and shoulders and how you can use that within the yoga therapy field. A lot of this is physical therapy, and essentially what yoga therapy is we bring in the chakra psychology system along with physical therapy movements, and we help work with that mind-body connection so that we fill in this gap of the physical therapy and the psychological world. And we're this in between gap that can unite the two. And then sometimes it's just people come in right to us and there's minor issues that we can fix right then and there. Or it's maybe that we're working in tandem with these two fields. So today with neck and shoulders, I want to show you four things that we covered in class 2 of our 4-part yoga therapy small group sessions. And in this, we're really focusing on tech neck. So tech neck meaning that we're being very careful with the hands, because with the hands, we've got the thumb, index, and middle finger that actually tie in to a lot of the cervical spine and so nerves and stuff. So a lot of times if you're sitting at a desk, you might notice that you've gotten some tight wrists, and we've done some wrist stretches in our first session. But today, in case you missed session 2, what we'll be learning is first, down dog at the wall. Second, we'll be learning some wall jacks, and then we'll be doing a chest stretch, and then talking about the jaw. So for down dog, the first one is very simple, and it's really great because if your wrists are bothering you and you don't want the full body weight of being on the floor, or maybe just getting on and off the floor isn't appeasing to you, then at the wall is a fantastic way of doing things. So at the wall, just hands are on the wall, and then we're reaching back through our bottom. We're letting the head fall heavy, and we're getting that same amount of pressure in the spine. And so what we're doing is we're allowing this blood flow to come in order to allow some healing to happen. And a lot of times too, we're sinking into the shoulders. So the shoulders are relieving all the stress, because a lot of times when we lift our arms, what we're doing is we're lifting with the top, what I call our turtle shells, and we're allowing that to do all the work. Versus what really needs to be happening is those shoulders need to be back and in, and the whole spine gets involved, because these shoulders are these free floating contraptions that are attached to our body by ligaments and tendons, and they don't get the same support as a lot of other systems in our body. So we really need to make sure that we're hugging them in. Yes, they have the ability to extend, but we want to try to retract those and utilize some muscles like the rhomboids that we might not be utilizing a ton. On that, the second one is the wall jacks. So it's kind of like a jumping jack, but you're up against the wall and the hands are open. Now, most people, the hands can't touch all the way, and it feels really awkward when you do, because there's a lot of stretch going on, because most of us are like this all day. And so we've got this rounding, and this starts to shorten. So this is going to help open it up. The feet are out away from the ball, so you're taking a little bit of a squat, and then we're just tracing up and down. And you might notice that maybe one shoulder hugs the wall a little bit better than the other one, because typically when we sit at a desk, we're kind of turned, we're hunched. And so we've got this like turn and hunch thing going on, and we're not in Thriller, so we don't need that, right? So these are really great to do, I would say 2 to 3 days a week, maybe just 10 of them. You can always up it once you get better at it, but start recorrecting that posture and help your body heal. The third one is a chest stretch, which is the hand on the wall, and then I'm leaning forward into it. Now, your chest might be really tight, so you're not going to lean into it very far. So maybe you're just really close, or maybe you come all the way into the wall. And so you would hold that, normally I say for 5 to 10 breaths. So those big, deep, consistent breaths, so the body knows to relax, and the body knows that you're doing this intentionally. So if we have these sporadic breaths and we're holding our breath, the body thinks, oh, she don't really want to be there. So it just tenses up and it doesn't relax. And in order for that to happen, you might need to stay for 30 seconds. But really that consistent breath is still even needed with that. Okay, and then 4, relaxing the jaw. So I want you to try this. Try tensing your jaw. And notice where you might feel it in your neck. And you might not feel it too much at first because if you do it a lot. And then relax the jaw. So maybe just shake it out. And notice the looseness that might happen in the neck. And then try tensing it again. And then loosen. And just play with that and notice that. So the homework for this week is noticing how much you tense your jaw. And so with yoga therapy and the chakra system, the neck issues on the front and the back is that throat chakra, which ties in with the neck, but also ties in with the ears. So a stiff neck could be correlated to how much you listen, how well you listen, but it also could be how much you bite your tongue, so to speak. So how much do you clench that jaw and hold back? And so that will also cause neck pain as well. I hope this helps, and I hope this gave you a little bit of appreciation and understanding of what yoga therapy is. If you are in Louisville, Kentucky, I really suggest that you check out the new yoga studio called Love Yourself, which is in St. Matthews, and we have started some new classes. So we've got a 4-week series of the neck and shoulders, which is our tech neck, followed by 4 weeks for a 4-part series of hips, psoas, and hamstrings. And then we're going to keep rotating through those so that you get a couple different opportunities to attend. And the reason why we have 4 is because if you just drop into one, really you're not going to get enough repetitiveness to work on healing. And ideally, really, it should be a whole 8 weeks of just neck for you to really get great benefits. Now, my perks of my class is going to be that we'll work a little bit of neck and shoulders even when we're doing hips and psoas, and vice versa. They're kind of sneakily put in there because the body is a whole system. And that's why when I do personal training, I even tell people, I'm like, I'm a holistic personal trainer, because as you're working one part of the body, like if you're clenching your hips or you're tightening your hamstrings, then even the upper back muscles are going to affect the spine differently, and everything comes from the trunk. So I really hope you can subscribe to this page. There'll be lots more videos coming soon. Again, I'm Izzy Nalley, and this is FigLeaf.Fit.